the descendant of air, the descendants of air, a descendant of air, the descendant of earth, the descendants of earth, a descendant of earth, the descendant of fire, the descendants of fire, a descendant of fire, the descendant of gem, the descendants of gem, a descendant of gem, the descendant of ice, the descendants of ice, a descendant of ice, the descendant of lightning, the descendants of lightning, a descendant of lightning, the descendant of metal, the descendants of metal, a descendant of metal, the descendant of thunder, the descendants of thunder, a descendant of thunder, the descendant of water, the descendants of water, a descendant of water, the descendant of wood, the descendants of wood, a descendant of wood, the descendant of light, the descendants of light, a descendant of light, the descendant of dark, the descendants of dark, a descendant of dark, the descendant of anointing, the descendants of anointing, a descendant of anointing, the descendant of unanointing, the descendants of unanointing, a descendant of unanointing, the descendant of blessing, the descendants of blessing, a descendant of blessing, the descendant of cursing, the descendants of cursing, a descendant of cursing, the descendant of predestiny, the descendants of predestiny, a descendant of predestiny, the descendant of destiny, the descendants of destiny, a descendant of destiny, the descendant of faith, the descendants of faith, a descendant of faith, the descendant of fear, the descendants of fear, a descendant of fear, the descendant of archangels, the descendants of archangels, a descendant of archangels, the descendant of archdemons, the descendants of archdemons, a descendant of archdemons,